Hello people, welcome to one more section. In this section, we'll talk about views in DotNet Core. Views in DotNet Core are responsible for rendering the user interface. They display HTML and can dynamically show content passed from the controller. In MVC, views are the V in Model View Controller. They display data from the model in the format required by the user, HTML, JSON, etc., and are linked with a controller that provides the data to display. It's basically the front end of your application. You can create it with just Razor pages like I will teach you how to do, or using another framework. You could use Angular, you could use React, you could use Vue to be the front end of your application, but we will be using Razor. Now let's create another new project. Like we did in the controller section, let's create an MVC application called views example. Don't change anything right here. Creating. All right. How to create a view? A view has to be linked to a controller. And like here in home controller, we have this index view. And in the views folder where the views are placed, we can have another folder called home as the name of the controller, and here we have the index. Here, to create a new view, we can right click here in the views folder, in the folder that we want to add our view. Let's create a razor view empty, select razor view empty. Let's call it contact. Here in the home controller, we can create an endpoint called contract, return a view. Let's see it home/contact. We don't see nothing here because we didn't change the content of contact. If I say h1, hello people, and reload the page, hello people is displayed here, just like normal HTML. In the views, we can just write normal C# code, but we have to add this @ symbol in front of it. If, let's create a variable, var test is equal 1. If test is equal 2, we can display a paragraph saying test equals 2. If it's not equals 2, test is not equals 2. This is just a silly example, but you can see how powerful it is. If the user is authenticated, you show a content. If the user is not authenticated, you show another content to him. So test is not equals to. You can use for here, just like normal C#, less than 10, I++, paragraph with I. If I click reload the page, here we just have normal for. We can use all kinds of C# code here. This was just what I wanted to show you to introduce you to views. In the next lecture, we will be looking at models, but it's not the model from MVC. It's another kind of model. It's a view model. So see you next lecture.